Thanks for watching. I'm Margot Kinberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. The wisecracking PI has become a staple of the genre, and if you like that sort of protagonist, I'm sure you have your favorite wisecracking PI. Let's take a look at one of them today and turn the spotlight on J.R. Raines' Dark Horse. Jim Nighthorse is a Huntington Beach, California private investigator. One day, he's approached by defense attorney Charles Brown. Brown's newest client, a high school student named Derek Booker, has been arrested for the murder of his girlfriend, Amanda Peterson. There are good reasons for that, too. For one thing, the knife used to kill the victim was found in the back of his car. For another, there were signs that she might have been seeing someone else. If she was, that would certainly be a motive for Derek to kill her. Derek's alibi is that he was working out at the school gym at the time of the murder, but there's no one to corroborate that. It doesn't help the boy's case that he's the only black student in the school. Still, Brown thinks his client is innocent, and he wants Nighthorse to help prove that. Nighthorse gets started and soon finds that things are a lot more complicated than they seem on the surface. While there are people who believe Derek is innocent, there are plenty, including the school's vice principal, as well as Amanda's father, who are convinced that he's guilty. There's also the fact that several people are not telling everything that they know. In some cases, it's because they're afraid of the real killer, so they're keeping quiet. In other cases, there are other reasons. Nighthorse begins to get warnings then to let the case go and report just simply that Derek Booker is guilty. He ignores the warnings at first because he's not a fearful person, but they become more ominous, which only makes him more determined to catch the killer. In the meantime, Nighthorse, who was a football player until an injury ended that career, has the chance to try out with the San Diego Chargers. This was published before they moved to Los Angeles. He's trying to build his strength up to get his chance to try again. Then, he's offered that opportunity, and he has to decide where and when to take it. As excited as he is about that, though, Nighthorse wants to find out the truth about Amanda Peterson's murder. And the more he looks into the case, the less it seems that Derek Booker is guilty. In the end, and after some real danger, Nighthorse finds out what really happened to the victim. So, let's put the pieces together. What are the elements that hold this novel together and keep it moving? Well, as I said, this is about a wisecracking PI, and the story is told from Nighthorse's point of view. First person, past tense. So readers learn the truth about the murder as he does. Readers also learn about him as a person. He's got his share of baggage. His mother was murdered, and her case of her murder still hasn't been solved. He's got his vices, too. He drinks more than he should, although you can't really call him a constant drunkard. He's fairly functional. Still, he has a good relationship with his partner, Cindy, and he's got other friendships, too. He's smart and perceptive as well, and he uses humor, as I say, to get out of awkward and difficult situations. Readers who like that sort of wit and like the wisecracks will appreciate that part of the story. There's also a very solid sense of Southern California in the novel, especially Orange County. Trust me. Readers are clearly placed in Huntington Beach and the surrounding communities. It really is as it's described in the story. This is a gritty, sometimes very violent novel with more than one murder in it. Readers who dislike explicit language will want to know that there's a lot of that in it too. There's also an incident involving an animal. It doesn't take up much space in the story, and it's off stage, but readers will want to know that it's there. Dark Horse is a gritty, no-holds-barred sort of PI novel. It features a distinctive Southern California setting, a mystery with a few layers to it, and a private detective who has his own moral code and a strong sense of responsibility to a possibly innocent person. This has been In the Spotlight. Thanks for watching. I'm Margot Kinberg.